I designed a pendant for the Monster Hunter Wilds pendant contest, and my design was Wild Explorers. The contest is over now, but I am so grateful that my design made it to the last round. Didn't make it all the way, but that's okay. I'm so glad to have had the opportunity to even be part of it and to even make it as far as I did. But thank you so much to everyone who voted and who just liked my design. But in case you missed it, these are the winning entries. I think the greatsword is really cool and the pendant is super cute as well. And I think they're both worthy winners and I couldn't be happier for them. But now that the contest is over, I thought I'd share my process behind the Wild Explorers pendant. To begin with, I started by sketching thumbnails of all the designs I had in my head. I had so many ideas and I just wanted to get them all down first. But one of my first ideas was a Mizutsune pendant, and Mizutsune is my favourite monster, so I did have a initial plan to go with him because I love him so much. But I'm so glad that I didn't, because the Mizutsune pendant that did make it through the first round was actually the cutest thing I've ever seen. So I'm so glad I didn't, because that's the cutest Mizu pendant I think could be ever made. But my Mizu idea was to have Mizutsune floating around a bubble and like flowery stuff to come off of it, and I guess to have Mizutsune circling around the middle. I don't know. But most of my other ideas kind of surrounded palicos because I love cats and I love palicos as well. I think they're just so cute and I thought it would be a good idea to represent them in a pendant. So I had quite a few ideas surrounding that. One of them was a pelican holding a bowl of ramen, another one was just holding on to meat, and another one was a poogie and a pelican sitting on top of it and basically putting a suja frog on its head. I did like that one quite a bit and I probably would have made that as a entry if I had time, but I didn't, so that didn't become a thing. I did plan on submitting multiple entries because the contest allows for that, and in fact I did enter 2 pendants, and my second one was called Thunder Pals. Yes, I know it's a silly name, but I had nothing better at the time. It was just a Raydal plushie with a palico on top, and I guess it was kind of like they're going into battle together or something. I don't know. I guess it kind of gives off Monster Hunter Stories vibes, kind of, in a way. But still, I do quite like this design as well. But eventually I did draw up the initial sketch for Wild Explorers, which is the one that really stuck with me. So that's why I went ahead and made that one first. But the spark for Wild Explorers for me really came from my love for Wrath from Above. I really love when the palicos use it. I just think it's so adorable. And that's kind of my main inspiration from the pendant, if you couldn't tell, because it is quite, I mean, it literally has a Wrath from Above as part of it. So with that, I combined Wrath from Above with a little team of explorers, which are the Palico, Woodwood, Poogie, and even the brave little Suja Frog. And those together created the explorers of the pendant. But after I did that quick sketch, I did build up a simple 3D blockout in Blender. I am still a beginner at Blender, so it wasn't anything fancy at all because I'm not that great at it. And the design was very complex, so I just wanted to have a little blockout and something in 3D to help me visualize the pendant from different angles. And that just made it so much easier for when I had to draw up the front, back and side view. And yeah, it just helped me whenever I needed to refer to it. But from there I did draw over the model and just to refine the design a little bit more. Overall, I wanted the pendant to embody Monster Hunter Wilds by including all of the beloved sidekicks, if you can call them that. And of course I had to add Rathalos and Rathian as well, since they're kind of the faces of Monster Hunter, and with it being Wrath from Above, it's basically a Rathalos balloon, so I guess I kinda had to. When it came to designing the balloon, the top part itself, that did take me some time to figure out, and I think that was probably the most challenging part of all, because I just didn't know what to do with it. I didn't want to just do the original balloon of Wrath from Above because I just felt like the pendant was just too unoriginal if I did that, if that makes sense. But to make it, I guess, more original, I tried out a few variations for the top, but I was just worried that it was going to look too busy with some of my ideas. Like one of them was a palico balloon, which was referenced from another Monster Hunter game, but I decided against that because it didn't really go with the whole Wrath vibe, I guess. But I did try a bunch of icons of monsters, but I thought again that that was too busy, so I decided against that. But I eventually settled on drawing a Rathian and Rathalos flying together, and then I did a regular Rathian and Rathalos at the front, and then at the back I did a Azure Rathalos and a pink Rathian, just to switch it up a little bit and just add some colour and contrast to the design as well. And I just want to say again, I'm so grateful to have been a part of this contest. Monster Hunter is literally my favourite game series of all time, so having the chance to create something special, it just meant the world to me, even though my design just lives in the ether now. But that's okay. Capcom saw it and the Monster Hunter team, and that is just incredible, as well as so many other people, so it's just crazy to think that. But going back to the design, I did think that the top of the balloon actually felt quite empty to me, but I thought that since the base of the balloon was Rathalos, I thought maybe I should add a Rathian on top to kind of balance it out, if that makes sense, because I didn't want it to be too Rathalos heavy either. So I decided to go and add a baby Rathian sleeping on the top. And when I put her there, I just thought she looked so cute and peaceful and adorable, so I had to just keep her in. I also added a few little bubbles just to show she's actually sleeping. To finish it off, I added details like little clouds and a scout fight cage, because the story behind it all, I kind of imagined that these little adventurers were floating off together and getting ready to explore the wilds, hence the name Wild Explorers. It is definitely a busy design, I do admit that, but honestly I don't think I would change anything. Actually, one thing I would actually have kept was the little snot hanging from Pookie's nose. I had forgotten I had even drawn that, but I don't know why I didn't add it in, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. Besides that, I love how it turned out, and I am honestly so proud of this design. I just love it so much. Seeing everyone's reactions has just been amazing though, and I just want to give a huge thank you to Capcom for including my pendant in the contest, and an even bigger thank you to everyone who voted in the second round. It means so much that so many of you wanted to see it in game. It just is surreal. I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes look at my process for Wild Explorers, and in the comments below I would love to know which pendant was your favourite from the contest, because honestly they were all great and I wish they all could have been implemented. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!